Just like its virus-infected monsters, the Resident Evil franchise has gone through a series of mutations, from its survival horror roots to its later action-packed entries. But its most interesting experiments often come in the form of spin-offs, such as the case with the competitive online game Umbrella Corps. So, is it worth it? Let's find out. Tactical shooters and survival horror games are two genres that don't often intersect. And if the end result of Umbrella Corps is any indication, there's a good reason. Yet within this brazen merger of concepts lies a refreshing online experience that's sadly undercut by underpolished mechanics and a troubled netcode. At its most basic level, Umbrella Corps is a strategic military shooter. Two teams of 3 players face off over a series of 3-minute rounds of varying objectives. Careful planning and cautious movement are mandatory for success, as soldiers can be eliminated by only a few rifle and handgun shots. What separates this from its contemporaries are the recognizable creatures of Resident Evil shambling throughout the environment. At first, these wandering zombies and mutated dogs won't pay much attention to nearby players, due to the mercenaries' jammer equipment. However, if a jammer is damaged in combat or temporarily disabled by an EMP grenade, the bloodlusting monsters will immediately close in for an attack. Umbrella Corps cleverly emphasizes the paranoia of an online shooter by littering its stages with human-shaped enemies. Is that another opponent crawling towards you, or just a downed zombie? With every shot potentially revealing your location on the minimap, you'll need to quickly evaluate your situation before pulling the trigger. This is intentionally made all the more difficult by the claustrophobic third-person perspective, reinforcing a tense and dangerous atmosphere. A first-person option gives a better view of incoming threats, but drastically muffles the sounds of footsteps and gunshots. No matter the method, your sensory information will always be uncomfortably limited. So far, so good. So why doesn't it work? Umbrella Corps is divided into 3 different playstyles, including the mostly successful one-round life multiplayer, as well as an objective-based single-player and online mode. Solo play is an interesting throwback to arcade shooters of the past, but considering it features the exact same mission structure and maps, it serves more as an advanced tutorial than a full-fledged campaign. Unfortunately, the online multi-mission mode never capitalizes on its potential either. Each round establishes a new goal, such as collecting surrounding briefcases, eliminating the undead, or capturing a small environment. But more often than not, objectives are based around a variant of team deathmatch. With a third of the game already devoted to that style of gameplay, a sense of redundancy quickly sets in. Then there's the smaller issues of movement. While sprinting, soldiers can quickly crash through closed doors, leap over obstacles, or even climb walls. But this exhilarating speed is abruptly stopped by the infrequent design. Despite looking nearly identical, some areas just won't behave the same way. Don't worry though, there's only a handful of maps, meaning you'll have plenty of opportunities to examine and re-examine the exact same environments. As enjoyable as it is seeing the familiar locations of Resident Evil, most of the frequently recycled stages are disappointingly similar in layout, while the others' devotion to the source material don't exactly feel appropriate for a multiplayer shooter. Lastly, there's the problematic melee weapon known as the Brainer, a hook-like axe that can be charged up for an instant kill. While it's certainly enjoyable to land a decisive blow for your team, they rarely feel earned due to Umbrella Corps' inconsistent netcode. While this can be overlooked during ranged battles, these up-close strikes often result in teleporting players and delayed movement. These issues carry over to nearly all aspects of online play. Matchmaking simply doesn't take experience into account, with low-level mercenaries constantly placed against higher-ranking opponents. With many of the most powerful grenades and guns unlocked late into the progressive system, this creates a severe disadvantage. So, is it worth it? No. Umbrella Corps is a fascinating concept trapped in a below-average game. There are a number of exciting ideas here worth experiencing, but even the most curious of players will be discouraged by the game's limited maps and busted netcode. For all of its thoughtful adjustments to the formula, Umbrella Corps' execution never matches its creative ambition. Umbrella Corps is currently available on the PlayStation 4 and PC for $30. If you've had a chance to play it, let me know what you thought, especially if you played the PC version. And if you haven't, let me know if you plan on picking it up. My name is Colin Tanner, and I'll see you in the next video.